Hello, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Game number 2, ready to go. It's the guys, Spartanburg Methodist Pioneers and Warner University Royals today on YouTube. Chris Shima, happy to be back with you. Royals coming in at 1-1. Finishing up a 3-game road trip, all of the games in South Carolina for the team from South Central Florida. For Spartanburg Methodist, a winless 0-3 starts. This is their second home game. Another 2-point defeat on Tuesday, this time at Reinhardt 93-91. Spartanburg Methodist was outshot 53% to 49% in that game. They kept the game close by going 20 out of 30 from the free throw line while limiting the Eagles to 8 of 9. Brian Bayon had 21 and 8 boards. Jeremy Gregory had 21 off the bench. Kenny Burns with a 20-piece and 4 dimes. For Warner and the Royals, this is a second of a back-to-back here in the Palmetto State. Yesterday, they took on Columbia International, lost 77-75. Jack Voth, 22 points in the loss. Royals were under 30% from 3. Let's meet the starting lineups first from Matt Warren and Warner University. It's number 0, Jaden Miller. Number 2, Jack Voth. Number 4, Logan West. Number 11, Blase Darling Jr., and number 12 is Jonathan Joseph. Now for Blake Jackson and your Pioneers, it's number 3, Brian Bayon. Number 6, Richard Rojas. Number 11 is Kenny Burns. Number 15, Kennedy Aiken Shannon. And number 25 is Jeremy Gregory. And, yeah, folks, I'm aware of what we're looking at here on the screen, by the way. I don't know if this view is going to be like this the whole game. It's very awkward. It's going to be hard for me to comment looking at this off of monitor. I will do what I can. You guys at home do what you can. We'll try to follow this together, and we'll just we'll see how it goes. But it's my understanding that this might be just what we have to roll with here today, and this might be the view we get. We won't miss any half-court shots if there is one, so that would be good. And it looks like I can at least see the Spartanburg players' numbers. So they're the ones who are paying me. So that's good. But, yeah, this is scrunchy. It's scrunched up. And we're just about ready to go. Gregory going to tip it up, and it's controlled by the Royals. So West into the forecourt. There's Miller. Now Jack Voth. There was a really high pass. And Blase Darling Jr. swings it out. That 3 is no good. Rebound controlled by the Pioneers. Kennedy Aiken Shannon into the front court. Rojas spins on Voth and air mills it out of bounds. So we start with a turnover. Jack Voth is a sophomore from Wilmington, North Carolina, so maybe he has some fans, some family who made the trip to the upstate. It's not an easy drive. I've made that upstate to Wilmington drive. You either have to go through Charlotte and all the way on 74, or you got to go down to Columbia, then across to, and then up and then over again. It's a little bit awkward. But a couple of games nearish to him. Voth to the cutter down low. Shot clock winding down, and now it's a steal by the Pioneers. Boy, this is funny looking. It almost looks like it's a Jeremy Gregory scoring, by the way. Assist by Rojas. But it looks like double dribble. Does anybody remember the old, I think it was even on Atari, double dribble? That's what this looks like. Here's Miller for 3, can't get it to go. All these guys are so scrunched up. Jack Voth with the rebound off of the miss over on the far side. It was Burns, I believe. One of these days we're going to get one of these men's live streams right for y'all. I apologize. We are clearly 0 for 2. Darling Jr. attacks. He's fouled. And that's good because I got a lot of things to say about this man. In the world of transfers, in the world of portals, Blase Darling Jr. out of Nassau in the Bahamas is in his grad year, and he's played all 5 at Warner. 22 points away from 1,200 in his career, make it 21 points away from 1,200 points in his career with the Royals. 51% shooter, 5.6 rebounds. Loyalty, ladies and gentlemen, for Matt Warren in his first year. Darling providing some stability as the coaching change transpires for this Warner team, who historically is one of the top in the Sun Conference and no stranger to the national tournament. Burns with the handoff. Bayon throws it down low. We got a whistle. It's going to send Gregory to the free throw line. Jeremy Gregory with the first 2 of the game. He's a 67% free throw shooter. Gregory averaging 21 a game. Brian Bayon's averaging 25. So 46 of the 92.7 by those 2 guys. Gregory's got all 4. This Spartanburg Methodist team is allowing opponents to shoot 51% from the field. And a little bit of NAIA ball here in the early going for Spartanburg Methodist. Pioneers, meanwhile, are averaging 93 points per ball games. How about NAIA basketball? That's 23rd. Jaden Miller got the bucket to go. So we are tied at 4. Rojas hesitates, he attacks. Swings it out in the corner. The triple try is no good. Rebound controlled by, I believe that was Joseph. Down low, that shot met at the rim. It's a block by the Pioneers. 3-on-2 now for Spartanburg. Taking Shannon in the corner. Up top, here's Burns. Burns throws it up, can't get it to go, but we have another whistle. Foul is on Blase Darling. On the season, Kenny Burns, 69% at the charity stripe, averaging 15 points per ball game. Isaac Gray has come into the game for Blake Jackson. Little man pressure with the 6'4" Spartanburg lead. It's Miller, I believe. That looks like 0 to me. Voth, top of the key. Rojas gets in there and has the steal. Trickles it ahead, and it's a layup. Kenny Burns with his first field goal. He's got 4 of the 8. Gregory's got the other 4. And the Pioneers lead by 4. No look there by West. And it's chased down in the corner. The cut, and we got traveling is the call. So 4 minutes into this game, on our scrunchy little screen, here's Bayon for 3, no good. Rebound controlled by the Royals. West contested 3, and they say Rojas got him. Wow. Tough call there. We've got a timeout. We'll take it with them. 15:44 to go, just underway. Good start for the Pioneers. They lead at 8-4. So this is what I was talking about. This is Double Dribble from the old original Nintendo days, and I think it was on Atari. We've got this scrunchy screen for some reason at the gym, and it just reminds me of Double Dribble. That's how everybody looks, all extended and and skinny. Anyways, free throws for Warner University. Logan West averaging 13 points per ball game. He is a good free throw shooter on the young season, 80% so far. But we've seen nice defense at the start here for Spartanburg Methodist, and that is something that has been lacking in the first 3 games. I mean, you're talking about this Pioneers team allowing teams to shoot 51%. If that percentage point was just a couple points down, if it was, say, 49, 48%, this is a Spartanburg team that might be 3-0 instead of 0-3. West gets all 3. So it's a 1-point game, 8-7. But again, you like the defensive start. Rojas has been active defensively. We've seen a couple of steals here early on. Isaac Gray to inbound it here. Both teams with 2 team fouls here in the early going. Pull up by Rojas is good. Ten to 7 Pioneers. Looking to get their first victory of the season, as I mentioned. 5 games on the road coming up next. 3 days from now, they'll be at Montreat. Montreat is not hosting games, so I'm not sure. When I talked to Anthony Behringer at Montreat before the regular season began, they were still kind of working out those details, but they'll be somewhere in that area. Bayon got cut off, swings it over near side to Burns. A deep 3, I think. It's no good. Here come the Royals. So far, Voth has been a facilitator. Here's a corner 3, and it's good by Miller. Jaden Miller came in just 25% from behind the arc. He has 5 of the 10, and we got a tie. First tie of the game. And a traveling violation on Spartanburg. But defense is one of those things. For Spartanburg Methodist, we talked about it last Saturday. You got 8 freshmen on this team for Blake Jackson. You do have some really good JUCO transfers, guys like Jeremy Gregory, Kenny Aiken-Shannon, who stayed local. Kenny Burns, who was at Polk State a couple of years ago. So there are some really good JUCO guys. But when you have that many freshmen, you know, the learning curve, it takes a minute. Number 24 is Chemo Chancellor. He's in the game for Warner. He gets the pass down low. Tough angle, but got it to go. Chemo from East St. Louis on the Illinois side of the St. Louis Metro. Gives Warner its first lead. Burns gets boogieing to the bucket, can't score. Thurman into the game. Caleb Thurman for Spartanburg. Catch-shoot three by Norris, no good. Offensive rebound by Kanzler. Because of the angle, folks, I can't see the far side of the screen, so I'm not going to be doing the 5 on the court, but I'll do my best to keep you abreast of the substitutions coming in. Caleb Thurman has come into the game for the Pioneers. Spartanburg starting to rack up the free throws as Jack Voth goes to the free throw line. Jack Voth, 71% free throw shooter, transfer. Voth at 21.5 points per game in his first 2 games. At Tabor last year, he averaged 15 a game, 47% from the field, just 30% from 3. So far in the first 2 games at Warner, he's at 43% from 3. He's got both free throws. This is a 10-2 extended run here for the Royals. Screen set. Here comes Burns. Had it poked away, got it back. Burns attacks up top. Thurman for 3. No. And that ball's going to be out of bounds off the Royals. End of a 3-game road trip for Warner University. I mentioned at the pregame, all of them in South Carolina. They're home against Trinity College Monday at 7. Sun Conference play begins on the 16th. Inbound to DeCure, couldn't get it to go, and the rebound controlled by Norris for Warner. Attacking on the far side, right to the bucket. Blase Darling with the field goal. He has 4. 12-2 now, the extended run. And the Pioneers have gone cold. Gregory and Burns both out of the game. They have 8 of the 10. So where does the offense come from? Well, correction, Burns is still out there. He's guarding his man right there. My apologies, but Gregory out. Thurman one-on-one with his man. Here's Norris on the near side now. And we got a late whistle there. It's going to send Warner back to the free throw line. So Gray commits the foul. Joseph at the line. First free throws of the year here in game number 3. And he misses. One out of 2. So first point for Joseph, excuse me. 8 minutes into this one, Warner trailed it 8-4. 13-2 run since that time, and we have an offensive foul now on Spartanburg, who are quickly racking up the fouls. Timeout on the court. We're inside 12 minutes to play here in the opening half in our double dribble game. We'll be back here in just a moment.
You work hard to get into college, but how does college work for you? By giving you flexible options to learn your way, on your time. By making career skills training part of your degree. By creating a welcoming and diverse campus where you can live while learning what you love. and by keeping costs affordable so you can get the full college experience without a lifetime of debt. SMC, college that works for you.
Back to live action. Chris Sheeman back with you. Second of a doubleheader. Ladies falling to Johnson University earlier today. Down low, the double team comes, forces the travel and turnover by the Royals, but this is a nice run for Warner. Trail at 8-4. Since then, 13-2 has been the scoring run. Aiken Shannon back in, down low to Bayon. He's blocked but fouled. Might have been something Blake Jackson said during the timeout. They're calling it tight down low, so, go to it. Get to the free throw line. Struggling offensively a little bit here, Spartanburg Methodist. Offense hasn't really been a problem. Gregory is back in. Aiken Shannon also back in out of that timeout. So 5 games on the road after this. Next home game will be Monday, December 2nd against Thomas. You saw the schedule during the timeout. We'll have that one for you. There will be a couple of guys' games, one of them happening in mid-December where I won't be with you, and that game will stream on Spartanburg's Huddle. Well, Brian Bayon, who came in 91% from the charity stripe this season, missed them both. That's kind of where we are right now with the Pioneers offensively. It's just not happening. They are playing some nice defense against the good Warner program, though. Gregory, the extra pass. Aiken Shannon for 3. No. Rebound controlled by Darling. And a slam dunk in transition there. That was West. He's got 5 now. Down low, Gregory, couple of double pumps and the bucket. Lead is 7 for Warner. We've had 1 tie so far here today. 3 on the far side is long. Gregory the rebound. Gregory 7 rebounds a game, 21 points per night. Rojas got his man in the air, no whistle. Rebound controlled by West. Voth for 3, no good. So we're at the midway point here in this opening half. Nice little crossover there. The reverse by Bayon. Boy, putting the moves on. Brian Bayon. 19-14. On the far side, that's Darling. And the turnover. Thurman out, Burns is back in. Burns has 4 points today for Spartanburg Methodist. Burns looking for Gregory down low. Defender fell down. Turnaround Jay is no good. Double team came and then a reach. That's going to be team foul number 7. And that's a silly one. Anytime you foul that far away from the other team's basket, I mean, you appreciate aggressiveness defensively, but Blake Jackson, a teachable moment as you see, he goes over. So more free throws now. Joseph back at the line, went 1 out of 2. Isaac Gray going to come back in after that silly foul. A correction, that's Darling Jr. So he's up to 5 points. Blase, 83%. 13.5 points per ball game, 7.5 rebounds so far, 2.5 steals per game in the first 2 games for Darling. Hits them both, so he's got 6. And on this little pleasing score for you on a college football Saturday, 21-14 in favor of Warner. Aiken Shannon, hounded by Voth. Gregory screen rolls. Aiken Shannon attacks. I mean, that's as good as a pass, but Gregory left it short. Here is West, corner 3, no. Offensive rebound, that ball swatted by Gregory. Slam dunk time, and the highlight is on for Bayon. Bayon has 4. And it's a 5-point game. Warner's led by as many as 9. And we got a wet spot out on the court. Good eye by the official there to stop play. Jamal Norris, 13 a game off the bench. Senior from Boston, Mass. is in the game. For Matt Warren, who has previous connections to Warner University, back on campus as the head man now. And like I said, this is a program very used to seeing a late March run. Bayon tried to get fancy with it, missed it. Trying to clean it up, no, stays with it. Gray was open, back to Bayon. Oh, to the cutter, Gray. Beautiful offense there by Spartanburg. Isaac Gray makes it a 3-point game as we go inside 8 to play here in the opening half. Voth backing down. Voth had it poked away. Aiken Shannon, active hands. And then a tough pass by Bayon. Gets it back for 3. No. Bayon stays, correction, that's Rojas with it. No. And West collects the rebound. West has 5 points as he walks it up. And another late whistle will send West to the line as he kind of just moseyed his way right to the hoop. Close game after close game. All 3 games decided by 2 points or less for Spartanburg Methodist. And we got another barn burner here in the first half. It's 21-18 in favor of Warner. All right, back to live action. Logan West at the line, up to 6 points. 8th team foul on Spartanburg, and not an offensive highlight either way. Spartanburg 29% from the field, 33% for Warner. 14 of the points in the paint for Spartanburg Methodist. They trail now by 5. Chris Sheeman back here with you. This will be our last broadcast until December. The guys going road tripping yet again. Gray cut off. Down low to Gregory. Fade away. Yes. Gregory has 8. And it's a 3-point game. Getting a lot of points in the paint here today for Spartanburg Methodist. Came in as a team 37% from 3, so not a bad 3-point shooting team, but you got Bayon who can attack. You've got Gregory, the big guy, down low. Speaking of Bayon, he takes it to the elbow and buries the jumper. So Bayon's got 6 points, and it's a 1-point game. Spartanburg Methodist led 8-4, 13-2 run by Warner. They went up by as many as 9. We've only had 1 tie here in the first half. We've had 0 lead changes so far. With 6.5 left to play until halftime. Jack Voth, the leading scorer, held in check. In fact, he turns it over there as that's a pocket pick by Bayon. Running and gunning, and free throws are coming for Spartanburg Methodist. So Isaac Gray will go to the free throw line now. Chance to tie or take the lead. Gray 75% on the young season. Blase Darling back in. He's got 6 today for Warner. And Gray gets the second as well. So Gray's got 4. And our first lead change, 24-23 now, Spartanburg Methodist. It's been nice to see the defensive effort. We've kind of talked about that a little bit throughout the afternoon so far. There's been one thing lacking a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot of it. Get another stop here. Bayon for 3. Gregory almost had it. Couldn't quite gather. 3 by Norris. Yes. Jamal Norris is averaging 13 a game. He's shooting 71% from the field and 63% from 3. Now, mind you, there's only 2 games of stats, but that's still pretty darn good. 2 games, 30 games, whatever. From the elbow, Gregory couldn't answer it, hung on the rim, bounced out, and then we got a foul on the rebound. And I think we're going to stay on this side of the court with 5:16 to go until halftime. Norris picks up the foul. So Gregory out deep. Thurman back in. Aiken Shannon nearest us. This is Bayon attacking. Gregory had it stripped, got it back. That's where you want Gregory if you're Warner, though, out deep. Aiken Shannon, shot clock winding down. He hits it. Dagger. Kennedy Aiken Shannon doesn't look for his shot a ton. But 33% from 3 on the season. Second lead change here today. Or excuse me, the third lead change. Aiken Shannon again. Bayon directing traffic here. Now he'll back it out near midcourt. 4:26 to go until halftime. Bayon turns on the Jets right to the hoop on the scoop. Bayon's up to 8 points. Gregory has 8. Team and game high for both. Bank shot no good. Rebound by Thurman. Spartanburg Methodist regaining control of this game. They started strong, trying to finish the half strong now as we go inside 4 to play. Bayon behind the back. Couple of fakes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. What do you do with that? 10 for Bayon. Doing his thing. He is the lone player with NAIA experience on the Spartanburg Methodist roster. Remember, he played at Florida College a season ago. Darling Jr. crossed over. Now the throw ahead off the turnover. Aiken Shannon got fouled. There was no whistle, and he lays it up and in transition. Timeout, Warner. Kennedy Aiken Shannon's up to 5. Biggest lead for Spartanburg here today now is 7 as we take time as well. Welcome back, everybody, with 3:23 to go until halftime. Coming up at halftime, we'll take our usual break. About 3 minutes before the start of the second half, I'll run back the first half highlights, give you the first half stats as well. Chris Shima, glad to be with you from the home studio in Ohio. You and I watching Warner University, Spartanburg Methodist, and NAIA college basketball. Game 4 for Spartanburg Methodist, Game 3 for Warner. The Royals campus, Lake Wales, Florida, smack dab in the middle. The real Florida, as the Floridians would say. It's south of Orlando and it's east of Tampa. A team that went 14-14 a season ago, but a team that program historically has rattled off a ton of trips to the national tournament and a lot of Sun Conference championships. Florida basketball at all levels. We talked a little bit about it in our other game. Really, really good. Darling's got a good first half. Darling's up to 8 points. Miller going to come in for him. 3 lead changes and 1 tie here in the first half as Spartanburg Methodist has led by as many as 7. Warner has led by as many as 9. Last home game until December, so about a month on the road for Spartanburg, plus the holiday break for Thanksgiving. Flip shot goes in by Thurman. Caleb Thurman puts them back up by 7. And another whistle. A lot of fouls for the Pioneers in this first half, or they'd be up by even more. Jack Voth going to go to the free throw line. Tandy Russell has not played yet for Warner. I kind of was wondering if we'd see him. He's a senior from Greenville, South Carolina. And I'm not sure if he's active or not. But sometimes, now the previous coach probably did all the scheduling, but sometimes coaches will try to get games where the seniors' hometowns are. And I was wondering if that was the case, not only for this one, but Warner started the year a weekend ago up in Rock Hill, taking on Clinton College, who we'll see in February. Gregory down low, couple of fakes. Man, oh man. If I was built like him, I'd be running the country. 10 for Gregory. Lead is 8 for Spartanburg. It's biggest. But it's been a lot of time in the in South Carolina for Warner. Pull up 3, Bayon rims it out. Lead remains 8. Inside 2 to play until halftime. And that was last touched by the Pioneers over on that far side. Voth goes cross courts. Norris attacks. Back to Voth. Voth in the lane. The swipe on Thurman. And Voth will go back to the free throw line. Held relatively in check, though. Part of the reason why Spartanburg up by 8 is Jack Voth, which is the 3 first-half points, came in averaging 21 and a half. It's interesting. He's standing at kind of like the looks like there's it's like a volleyball line there on the court. I think I'm looking at it wrong, actually. I look at it again. That's going off of Warner, so 1 out of 2 at the line for Voth. He has 4. Number 2 is Kelton Teasley, as Teasley and Aiken Shannon cough it up. And now it's a 5-point game just like that. Full court press is on. Aiken Shannon goes down low. And a foul is called. Voth thought he had a takeaway, but they've been calling it very tight down low. 16 foul on Warner. And Thurman at the free throw line. Thurman with 2 points here today. Caleb Thurman, Jr., played at Redlands. Bounces up and in for Thurman. Blase Darling is back in the game. He's got 8. West with 7 to lead Warner. 1 out of 2 at the line. Guess who's there? Aiken Shannon getting the hustle plays here in this first half, and Warner falling asleep on the rebound. That is really going to get under Matt Warren's skin. Coaches hate that. It's like their number 1 pet peeve. They went for the steal, staying with it. Here is Teasley for 3. Nope. And the ball goes out of bounds, back to Warner. One minute to go in a first half that has not had a ton of flow. Going right to the hoop that time. That was Darling, so he's in double figures now. Blase Darling Jr. with 10. And another steal. Oh, my goodness. Spartanburg coughing it up again. I believe that was West on the layup. Again, real hard with this camera angle to see the jersey numbers. But the full court press is working. And we've got a 30-second timeout for Spartanburg Methodist. So once again, folks, we'll take about a 12-minute break at halftime. Then we'll come back with the first half stats and the highlights. Mentioned 5-game road trip after this for Spartanburg Methodist. Next home game will be 1 month from today, December 2nd, against Thomas University at 5 p.m. All right, Pioneers got to figure out the trap here. Teasley catches it. Aiken Shannon back to Teasley, playing hot potato with it. Aiken Shannon throws it ahead in the forecourt. And they get it down low to Gregory, who gets it to go. A dozen for Gregory here in the half. And last shot time for Warner if they want it. It doesn't look like anybody's paying attention to the shot clock here, but I think Matt Warren might have alerted his team as they now slow it up. Voth with 4 seconds. Loft turn around, it's short, and another whistle. So down the stretch, maybe a few too many turnovers for the Pioneers, but way too many fouls here in this first half, and Voth is going to get 2 more with 1.9 seconds. 4 points. I believe it's all from the free throw line. We'll check the numbers at halftime. That one just rimmed out. Missed them both. And that'll do it for the half. 40-36. Warner leads by as many as 9. Pioneers by as many as 8. And it's another tight one for Spartanburg Methodist. 20 minutes in. 40-36, your halftime score. We'll take the halftime break. We'll be back in about 12 minutes, folks.
You work hard to get into college, but how does college work for you? By giving you flexible options to learn your way, on your time. By making career skills training part of your degree. By creating a welcoming and diverse campus where you can live while learning what you love. And by keeping costs affordable so you can get the full college experience without a lifetime of debt. SMC, college that works for you.
point here in this opening half. Nice little crossover there. The reverse by Bayon. Boy, putting the moves on. Brian Bayon. Rebound. That ball swatted by Gregory. Slam dunk time. And the highlight is on for Bayon. Trying to clean it up. No, stays with it. Gray was open. Back to Bayon. Oh, to the cutter, Gray. Beautiful offense there by Spartanburg. The guys going road tripping yet again. Gray cut off. Down low to Gregory. Fade away. Yes. You've got Gregory, the big guy, down low. Speaking of Bayon, he takes it to the elbow and buries the jumper. In fact, he turns it over there as that's a pocket pick by Bayon. Running and gunning, and free throws are coming for Spartanburg Methodist. That's where you want Gregory if you're Warner, though, out deep. Aiken Shannon, shot clock winding down. He hits it. Dagger. 4:26 to go until halftime. Bayon turns on the Jets right to the hoop on the scoop. Bayon behind the back. Couple of fakes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. What do you do with that? Darling Jr. crossed over. Now the throw ahead off the turnover. Aiken Shannon got fouled. There was no whistle, and he lays it up and in transition until December. So about a month on the road for Spartanburg, plus the holiday break for Thanksgiving. Flip shot goes in by Thurman. Aiken Shannon throws it ahead in the forecourt. And they get it down low to Gregory, who gets it to go. A dozen for Gregory here in the half. All right, welcome back, everybody. Just about ready to go here in the second half. Chris Sheeman here with you. First half stats, Warner shooting 39%, Spartanburg Methodist 46%. Pioneers just 1 of 11 from 3, 2 of 10 from Warner. Warner 16 out of 21 from the free throw line. Spartanburg just 5 of 8. Pioneers +5 in rebounding, 22-17. Turnover battle, 8 for Warner, 5 for Spartanburg. Spartanburg 10 assists on 17 field goal makes, 5 steals, 2 blocks. 3 assists for Warner, 2 steals, no blocks. Leading scorer, Blase Darling for Warner, 10 points, 4 rebounds. Logan West has 7, 5 for Jaden Miller, and 5 for Jonathan Joseph. For Spartanburg Methodist in that first half, Brian Bayon, 6 of 11, 1 of 4 from 3, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals. The leading scorer, though, in the game is Jeremy Gregory. He's got 14 and 7 on 6 of 9 shooting. 4 points for Burns, 3 points for Caleb Thurman, 2 points for Rojas, 2 for Aiken Shannon, 2 as well for Isaac Gray. As it's Pioneers basketball to start this second half, Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you, and thanks for hanging out with me. I'm at the home studio in Ohio. Wherever you're watching from, we do appreciate it, and we apologize again. I know this camera angle is not ideal for us, but making the best. Warner led by as many as 9. It was an 8-4 lead for the Pioneers in that first half. 13-2 run for Warner, then they built the lead out to 9. Spartanburg came back. They led by as many as 8 in that first half. As the bucket is good for Darling Jr., Blase Darling, now with a dozen. So a 2-point game. We've had 3 lead changes and 1 tie in that first half. Pioneers looking for their first victory of the year. Gregory the reverse, got it to go. 16 for Gregory, a game high. Gregory had 21. Starting today, I believe for the first time this season, Gregory gets the start. Voth trying to find his shot, got it to go, and he is deadly from downtown. When he gets it going, look out. The runner, the alley-oop, and the layup is good. It's Rojas to Gregory. Gregory now with 18 in the game. Lead is 3 again for Spartanburg. Near side Darling, using the tiptoes on the baseline. Swung up top to Miller. Miller attacks, rejected by Rojas. And another whistle. They are calling everything on the inside. So Rojas sends Miller to the free throw line. I believe that's Miller. Jaden Miller, 50% free throw shooter. Again, really hard to see the jersey numbers with this kind of a camera. So 6 in the game for Miller. Warner at 1-1, Spartanburg Methodist 0-3, but we talked about it in the first half. Just a little better defense by the Pioneers, and they'd be 3-0 instead of 0-3. And the defense has been pretty much on point here today. They've done a nice job defensively. Outlet goes to Burns from Gregory. Burns to the bucket. Yes. Burns now with 6. The lead is 4. Voth triggers off the back rim. Bayon will walk it. Swings it now to Burns. Burns crossover, nifty. Puts it off the glass, no. Rebound bounces out to Darling. And there was some contact there for sure. And that'll be the second on Spartanburg Methodist here in the half already. So free throw disparity, huge advantage for the Royals. Otherwise, this would be a probably 12, 13-point game. So I believe Rojas goes out of the game. And Gray is back in. Miller into the forecourt. Cross-court jumper no good. Rebound controlled by Bam. Rojas, defender fell down, took Rojas with him, and that's a foul on Warner. Adjust the sound for you so you can get some of the squeakies and the gym sound as well. There we go. They get it down low to Gregory. He'll back it out. Bayon with 13 in the game. Bayon just dissecting the defense, and yet another whistle down low. So, yeah, keep attacking. They're calling it tight down there inside the restricted area. The official pointed to that half circle, and Brian Bayon going to go to the free throw line. Missed 2 in the first half. Bayon came in 91% from the charity stripe on the season in the first 3 games, but some rare misses in the first half. Not that time, though. So make it 15 in the game for Bayon. That is 3 behind Gregory, who's got 18. Nice little crossover there by Darling. Then they get it down low to Jack Voth, who scores. His second field goal in the half. He's up to 9 points. All of his points were from the free throw line in the first half. So, tip pass to Gray. Gray stripped. Both into the forecourt. Goes down low. And it's intercepted. Rojas is still in the game. My apologies. I'm not sure who was subbed out. Oh, it was Kenny Burns who was subbed out. Catch and shoot three. Yes! Aiken Shannon again. And an easy deuce down low for Joseph. Correction, that was Logan West. My apologies. So West now with 9. Great thought about it. 5-point advantage, Spartanburg. Bayon with 15. He's got the basketball now to Gregory. And that's going to be another steal for Warner. Here's Darling with the extra pass, and the layup is good down low for Miller. So Jaden Miller's up to 8, and it's a one-possession game. Timeout on the court. We'll step aside. 14:59 to go in the game. Another tight one, Pioneers fans. Buckle up. Here we go again. That's me, folks. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here today. Fortunately, our time together is going to be pretty short as the men going right back on the road. Guys playing a ton of road games to start the year. 5 more on the road. We won't be with you again for another month. December 2nd, our next home game. Ladies played 4 games in 8 days all on this court. Really tough stretch for them. Guys kind of ping-ponging between here and on the road. One less game, but still, welcome to the NAIA kind of moment for both of these programs. Nice hop step to the bucket. Miller couldn't get it to go, though. Rebound by Thurman, who's back out there for Spartanburg. That attacking play, they're going to count it, and the foul for Bayon. Oh, correction. That was Teasley. My apologies. We have another timeout. I guess we got another timeout. Media timeout. I'm the media. I say when we take the media timeout, we'll be back. right, we're about to get back to live action here. It's Teasley at the line. Third team foul on Warner before we went to the break. Chris Sheeman back here with him. 14:20 to go in the game. So Teasley able to score to make it a 6-point advantage now. That three is short by Norris, who's back out there. Down low, the putback by Kanzler. Kanzler and Norris both checking in out of the timeout. Teasley, the runner, not that time. Rebound by Kanzler. Big guy West swings it out. Catch and shoot Miller, no good. Much improved defense for Spartanburg Methodist so far here this afternoon. Is it still afternoon? I guess it's evening. Is 5 o'clock evening or afternoon? It's evening to me. Bayon spinning. Tomorrow it'll be dark about this time. Bayon had it blocked. Nice defense there by the Royals. Going to the hoop is West, and he's in double figures now with 11. So it's a 2-point game. No ties or lead changes yet here in this second half, but we had 3 lead changes and a tie in the first half. To the bucket, Rojas can't get it to go. So Rojas back out there. Teasley. Nice attacking play there. Kennedy Aiken Shannon with 2 more to his total. He's got 7. Lead is 4 for Spartanburg. Miller, just too much on that one. Kanzler was closer than he anticipated. Well, Jack Voth is starting to heat up for Warner. He's up to 9 points. He returns after a short rest. Aiken, Shannon, Teasley. The press worked a couple of times late in that first half for Warner, so let's see if they start to clamp down again, try to force some turnovers. Bayon takes it to the far side. Now Aiken, Shannon nearest us. Thurman got it to Bayon. Bayon over 2 defenders. No, we got another whistle, late whistle. So Bayon going to go back to the free throw line here. Inside 12 minutes to go. We'll have those free throws after yet another timeout. 56-52. Pioneers looking for victory number 1 on the season. Brian Bayon at the free throw line gets the first one to go out of the timeout. And he's now got 20 points in every game so far. Very consistent scorer for Spartanburg Methodist. He and Gregory have been outstanding. Chris Sheeman back here with you. We're inside 12 minutes to go. Pioneers trying to win game number 1 of the year. Here is Norris for 3. So Norris now with 6 points for Warner. Aiken Shannon over on the far side of your screen. Everybody touching the basketball. Good offensive sequences here for Spartanburg. A turnover, but a whistle before that, and the 5th team foul on Warner. Jason Ogbolo is in for the first time. He was the guilty party there. Didn't see him in the first half. In fact, this is his first game of the season so far here in game number 3, junior from Baltimore. So Warner going a little deeper into their bench, this long road trip and a second of a back-to-back. Matt Warren trying to find some legs. Traveling going to be the call there as Burns is back in. So Burns back in, Teasley still out there. Gregory has returned. .49 left to go in the game. 3-point lead. Warner trying to cut it to 1 or tie it with a triple. West backing down, banks it. Nice move by West as he shushes the crowd. 1-point game. Another nail biter. We wouldn't have it any other way here at Spartanburg Methodist. Aiken Shannon down low to Gregory. Pass was a little bit off. Gregory recovered, couldn't score though. Now they throw it ahead for Voth, and it's going to be too long for him and out of bounds. So a tough play there. So Bayon gets a very quick breather for Blake Jackson. Teasley out, he's back in. Gregory on the wing. Here is Burns. The man himself, Bayon. Oh, Rojas might have had a bucket there. Instead got it out. The runner no good. Gregory tips it. Gregory has it. Gregory put back. No. So Spartanburg Methodist cooling off a bit. Past the midway point. 9.5 left to go. Warner looking for its first lead here in the half. To the hoop, West, and he's going to go to the free throw line. 3rd team foul on the Pioneers. And a chance for Warner to take the lead. Royals were up by as many as 9 in the first half. They had a run about the midway point. Spartanburg did, answered back, led by as many as 8. But for the most part, this has been nip and tuck yet again for the Pioneers fans. So Logan West, 80% free throw shooter, senior from Jacksonville. Already with 13 here today. Make it 14. Caleb Thurman going to come in. So 1 out of 2, just the second time we've been tied here today, despite how close things have been. Burns out deep. Thurman top of the key. Aiken Shannon back to him. That pass was poked, or ball was poked away. Burns stays with it. Bayon now has to hoist. The shot clock was winding down. Here's West again. West has done a lot of ball handling, has his pocket pick there. If it's Bayon, that's his 5th steal here today. Aiken Shannon into the forecourt. Aiken Shannon left alone again, and he buries another 3. Kennedy Aiken Shannon has 10 points in the ball game, and answering right back aggressively West, who's up to 16 now. 1-point game. Bayon, yes. Bayon has 22. Backing down, West has been very aggressive down the stretch. Voth puts it back up and in. He's in double figures with 11. Aiken Shannon on the near side. It's nice to see him be aggressive. If they're leaving him open, keep taking those shots, young man. Yes, sir, once again. He's got 13, and the lead is 4. Got to guard my man. That pass was deflected into the backcourt, and they call a foul on Thurman. That little bump. Come on. Oh. And then you wonder, and you hear these old men saying, nobody plays defense anymore. That's why. Media timeout yet again. 7:28 left to go. It's a 4-point lead. Welcome back, everybody. It is Warner basketball. They trail by 4. Trying to go 2-1 on this road trip to South Carolina. They go home on Monday for their home opener and a buried triple. That's Miller, I believe, over on the far side. And if it is, he's got 11. 1-point game. Aiken Shannon lost it out of bounds. A rare mistake today for Kennedy, who's been great with 13 points. But a big turnover here down the stretch. We're inside 7 to play. Darling Jr. back in. Voth quick pass to West. Both down low, rejected by Gregory. It'll stay with the Royals. Down low, nice footwork, nice patient offense in the trees by West, who's up to 18 points, most of that coming down the stretch. We have our 4th lead change of the contest. Warner by 1. Familiar territory for the Pioneers. Can they rally and win one of these nail biters? That's going to be a foul, 6th foul on Warner. Free throw disparity even a little bit better here in the second half compared to the first half. Extra chance points, each team with 6. I said Bayon has 22. He has 19. I was given some wrong information. So 19 for Bayon, 18 for Gregory, 13 for Shannon, as I mentioned. And looking down low, it's going to be an offensive foul called on Spartanburg Methodist. But over half of the team's points in the paint as they look to feed Gregory there. 38 of the 66 points for Spartanburg are on the inside. But right now, Warner has the basketball and the momentum. They have a 1-point lead. West has been a big reason why. Miller going one-on-one, and that was some nice defense there by Aiken Shannon. He forced Miller into a really tough angled shot, and he got him right where he wanted him to go as a defender. That was textbook. Well, I'm giving the game ball to Kennedy here if the Pioneers can win it. How about the recovery there, too, by Aiken Shannon to not only disrupt the fast break, but the easy bucket. It's going to stay with Warner after the Pioneers turn it over, but you love the hustle you're seeing. Timeout, Matt Warren. We'll step aside as well. We got a 1-point game. Don't go anywhere. As you can see, we will not be together until December. Hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. Come back, I'm going to have the Christmas lights up. It's that time of the year again. I love it. Favorite time. Nobody paying attention to the back door. Terrible inbound defense there by Spartanburg. And Warner's Voth now has a baker's dozen. He's 13 in the game. Warner leads by 3. For the most part, the defense has been much improved for Spartanburg Methodist here today. That was a big-time lapse, though. They're looking down low for Gregory, and he's got flies all over him. Everybody's swatting it away. Everybody's trying to poke it away from the big man. Gregory with 18 points here today. Attacking offense here, more free throws to come for Bayon. 19 points, trying to keep his 20 points per game streak alive. He scored 20 in the first 3. If he gets at least 1 here, he will do that. Also, team foul number 7 on Warner, so got to stay aggressive if you're the Pioneers. The offense has kind of gotten herky-jerky here down the stretch. So Bayon can cut the deficit to 1 here. And it's 21 on the day. 69-68. Miller walks it across the timeline into the forecourt. Guarded by Aiken Shannon. Voth up top. Aiken Shannon comes to help. Voth hung it short. Spartanburg trying to get the lead back with still 4:40 to go. Down low Gregory, and he is held. Matt Warren is almost at midcourt. And Voth has fouled out of the game. The sharpshooter is done. Huge call there. Voth has been quiet compared to how he started the season in the first two games, with still 13 points, and a lethal shooter is now gone. So Burns with 6 points today, 1-1 here, and he ties us up. And we stayed tied for the third time here today. We are tied at 69 apiece. Miller trying to put the moves on. The big guy West is feeling great. Misses that three. Offensive rebound. And then a reach down low is going to be team foul number 6 on Spartanburg. Stay awake on the inbound. They get it down the West. He's stripped by Gregory. Pushing the tempo is Burns, swatted by West. Burns stays with it. Yes, and the foul. Burns with 9, chance to make it 10 from the charity stripe as he puts Spartanburg back up. What a game. These Pioneers games are, you want to eat a little less red meat and a little more kale so your heart can withstand them. Burns, 69% free throw shooter, is now in double figures. Spartanburg Methodist by 2. We're inside 4 now to go in the game. Here's Darling throwing it cross court. Fake by Miller. He hangs and scores anyways. Jaden Miller with 13. That was over DeAnthony Ross, who's out there, by the way. Forgot to mention his name. Gregory, the putback, got it to go. Gregory now joins Behan in the 20-piece club. All right, here we go. Gregory going one-on-one with West. Now he passes it up top to Miller. Aiken Shannon's done a nice job here today, but they give up an open 3 here. It's short. Good positioning on the rebound, and the bucket is good for Darling. 14 for Darling, and he can tie it at the free throw line with an old-school three-point play. So the grad, who has played all 5 of his seasons at Warner, can tie us for the 4th time here today after this timeout. We'll be back. back, everybody. 2:56 left to go. Another nail biter. Pioneers fans, how we doing out there? Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. 74-73, and it'll be a free throw try for Warner to try to tie us for the fourth time here today. 21 for Bayon, 20 for Gregory, 13 Shannon, 10 for Burns. Warner 18 of 25 from the free throw line. Spartanburg 14 of 18. Spartanburg at about 78%, Warner at 72%. And the grad man, Blase Darling. 14 points here today, can make it 15 at the free throw line. And Spartanburg clinging to that 1-point lead still. 2:50 to go. Burns traveled with the basketball. I didn't see that. Now this screen is very scrunchy, so it is possible I could have missed the shuffling of the feet there, but I didn't see a lot of the fans protesting too much there. The lead, no. Offensive rebound by Darling. Pull up in the lane, and Warner's back on top. Darling with 16. Fifth lead change today. 2:20 to go. Full court trap is on again. Aiken Shannon into the forecourt. 13 points today. Burns has 10. Dribbling between the circles. Not seeing the activity now. Here we get it going. Catch and shoot, Burns. No good. So Warner gets a big stop now inside 2 minutes to go in the game. West is content. Running some time here. He has been aggressive. Gregory on him. Gregory picks his pocket. What a defensive play. And the Pioneers capitalize. Down the stretch we come. Are they going to? That's going to be a foul on the floor, so no bucket, but Bayon going back to the free throw line. I got a feeling this is going to come down to charity stripe shooting. It's been called tightly. So 2 shots for Bayon, who's up to 22 now. We are tied again. Fourth tie. We've had 5 lead changes. Make it 6. 76-75. Pioneers looking for that first elusive win here in the NAIA. And Miller, it's a blocking foul in the restricted area. I think I went on this rant during a women's game, but I cannot stand that restricted area. It was set up back in the late 90s because Dennis Rodman, when he played for the Bulls, would just sit down there and then he'd fall down. And then Manu Ginobili came into the league and just flopped all over the court, so they put the half circle in there, which is fine for the pros, but I don't see the point of it in college. There was really only 1 or 2 people in the pro game that were abusing that kind of a thing for them to make this kind of rule change, and then college implemented it not too long ago, and I just don't get it. But that's me. You know, there's a guy in the NCAA office who's got to earn that paycheck, and he's got to come up with new things every year or they don't need them anymore. So this is what they came up with in that year. Let's put the half circle there. So the lead is back to Warner, 15 for Miller. 7th lead change here tonight. Burns into the front court. Bayon out deep. Screen and roll maybe. Bayon cut off. Swings it out. Aiken Shannon, yes again. How about the day for Kennedy Aiken Shannon? And I'm not sure what the whistle was there. Come on, guys. Let's let the players decide this, and just let's let the flow happen. Let's let the crowd get into it. Let's go. Let's play basketball. Matt Warren says we're going to call for time on the 8th lead change. Kennedy Aiken Shannon with 16 points here tonight, and we'll see if the Pioneers can finish this one off when we come back. All right, more nail-biting time for Spartanburg Methodist, 79-77, 52 seconds left to go. Warner with the basketball. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you for another exciting finish. Miller into the forecourt now for the Royals. The big guy West has been cooking in the second half. He hands it off to Darling. He attacks, can't score. Big stop, Pioneers. And a big rebound by Ross. They're going to throw it ahead now. Look out, tiptoeing Burns saves it. He's doubled in the corner, and it's a steal. Burns is on the ground. They've called everything today, but not that. To the hoop, we got a tie ball game. Last shot time here for Spartanburg. Here we go again. Bayon with the basketball. Bayon, the winning shot, maybe. 24 for Bayon with 2.5. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Let's see if we can run that back. We haven't had much time for instant replay here. It's hard for me to load it, so I do apologize. Look at that pull-up. He just surveyed and got to the hoop, found his spots, and we are 2.5 away from the first victory here in the NAIA. So for Bayon, he's got 24 points, getting some more information. I thought it was getting some more stats, but that's not coming through. But how about this effort today? Spartanburg Methodist and Warner giving us yet another barn burner. It's too bad we got to wait another month. Like I said, team's going road tripping after this. So Warner, okay, they adjusted the clock to 3 seconds. That's the info I was getting from the gym. Now Warner, you can inbound it here, get it to half court, then maybe call timeout and set up an actual play. So this might have been a timeout to set up an inbound play, get it to mid-court, and then call time. Remember, you only need 2 to tie. We'll see what Matt Warren has drawn up here. Sometimes when you're on the road, you want to go for 3, because that's a long ride home either way. They get it into Miller. Miller goes behind the back. He's going to get a look. No, it's not in time. I thought he had a look for 3. Instead, Spartanburg survives, and they win the first NAIA game in program history, and Blake Jackson's first career victory as well. 81-79 is your final. It's a 2-point victory for the Pioneers instead of a loss. Congratulations to Spartanburg Methodist. Warner drops the 1 and 2. Again, they're home Monday at 7 against Trinity College. Pioneers back on the road starting November 5th at Montreat. We'll be with you again Monday, December 2nd as St. Thomas comes to town for a 5 p.m. tip-off. Until then, folks, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the first part of your holidays. Let's chat again in a month. Until then, take care.